Hi beauty, welcome to my channel where we talk all about online entrepreneurship, creating healthy work from anywhere habits, and setting up automated systems to market for you so you can be out living your best life. Today we're talking about work-life balance. If you're like 66% of the workers or 82% of entrepreneurs, you're likely overworking yourself. I don't really know where I got those numbers, but I'm pretty sure they're super scientific and like totally fact-checked. That means you're putting in long days working when you don't have to. Now hear me out. You may be overworking because you'll feel like you get more done if you put in more time. The harder you work, the more you'll make. If you do everything all at the same time, then you'll be more successful. Everyone works like this, so it's completely normal. My employees, my partner, my boss, or insert name here is putting pressure on me. Blah. That all sounds really disempowering if you ask me. Here's the real deal. You should only be working as much as you want to. Yeah, I said it. You get to decide how much you work and only when you want to work. When I realized this, my whole life changed. My working environment changed, my income changed, my happiness changed, my relationships changed, and I myself changed from the inside out. It's funny because I actually started working more hours, but it became more fulfilling than ever before. It's not about the time investment, it's the passion and joy you experience within that time. What happens when you take complete ownership of your choices and you decide to do only those things that you want to do? You start to realize that every single thing you do, every decision you make, and the resultant circumstances in your life are 100% up to you. Dang, that's a lot of responsibility. But it's also incredibly freeing. And if you're anything like me, freedom is one of your top priorities and values. So at this point, you're probably thinking, Michelle, what are you even getting at here? Also, hi, by the way, I'm Michelle Puolani, your guide to all things time freedom, self-compassion, and business strategy. On this channel, you can expect philosophical musings on human behavior, sales psychology, motivation to treat yourself well, and business automation centered on marketing in an aligned way. Now back to it. So, what if I told you that there was a whole world of different out there just waiting to be lived? And what do I mean by different? I mean that you don't have to keep slogging away at 8, 10, 12, or 16-hour days anymore. Not if you don't want to, of course. You don't have to sacrifice time with your family, friends, or put your health to the wayside while you build a successful online business or the career that you're ultimately paving. What happens when you realize that top leaders, successful entrepreneurs, and CEOs are actually starting to prioritize a more conscious living approach to their work-life balance? Prominent figures like Tim Ferriss, creator of the 4-Hour Workweek, author, investor, and podcast genius. Or maybe you've heard of Arianna Huffington, co-creator of the Huffington Post, author, speaker, and founder of Thrive. Or Jay Shetty, monk turned serial entrepreneur and storyteller. All wealthy, healthy, and mindful individuals. Examples of those who decided that the grind wasn't the way for them. And it doesn't have to be that way for you either. There are other methods of work, the good kind of productivity, and setting up efficient systems that will change your life for the better, I promise. Systems and methods that actually improve your ability to focus, to get more done in less time, and to get back to those things that you love, all through simple, healthy habits and systems. Woo, hallelujah. We're not in the age of put your head down, do the work, graduate college, and get a good job anymore. Nothing is guaranteed. No path is clearly laid out for you. Unless maybe you come from a long line of lawyers or family wealth and inheritance, which must be nice, props, go you, and that's awesome. But for most of us, it's not quite so simple. We have a bigger world of opportunity laid out before us now than ever before. And guess what? With opportunity comes choices. And choices can be challenging. Choices can open you up to saying hell yes, but also heck no. You are the one that gets to decide where you invest your time, your energy, and your resources. Exhilarating, but daunting all at once. So how do you choose? How do you start to decide where you spend your time, put your focus, and what you intentionally cultivate with your limited energy? Because scientifically, we have finite amounts of energy, attention, and decision-making faculties. That's actually real science. All right, so if you've made it this far, you've been in the camp of hustle your face off and it will all pay off. Well, I'm calling absolute bullshit on that one. If it was working hard that made all the difference, every other person on this planet would be a lifestyle millionaire. But sadly, that's just not the case. So what does it take to succeed? Particularly if you're in my audience of business owners or entrepreneurs creating their own futures, it might look a little something like this. I can confidently say that after 5 years in business, I've picked up a thing or two and have realized this is what it takes. First, passion. You have to start with something that you're passionate about because it will get real old real fast if you don't. Something that you love that will actually make money. So make sure you have a market for it and it's not something like how you pet your cat with a unique petting style. That might actually work. Anyway, second, resilience. You've got to be able to get knocked down and back up again. Like, expect failure. A lot of failure. But on the other side of failure is, it's more failure. I really feel like this was supposed to be motivating and really inspirational. Anyway, if you actually do fail a lot, every once in a while you'll see some epic success. And hey, that's worth something. Gold star. Third is consistency. Just like with failure, you're gonna have to keep showing up. Yes, it can totally be how you choose to show up. But like it or not, we've got to stay consistent in doing the work. And if you like it and you want to do the work, it's gonna make balance that much more possible. Showing up for ourselves, our work, and others. You can't run or avoid this one. Trust me, I've absolutely tried for a long time. Like a long time. And last, but certainly not least, fourth is belief. Belief in yourself and your ability to succeed. Without this last one, you are doomed. Now, what do all of these have in common? I wish it was the first letter of the word and then there'd be some nifty alliteration, but no, alas, it's actually that they're all psychological, not strategic. If you were paying attention, were you paying attention? If you were paying attention, you would have noticed that it had nothing to do with steps, how-to, strategy, approach, software, apps, early mornings, hacks, technology, or connections. Nope, just good old-fashioned psychology. Literally how you think about yourself, how you think about the world, and how you apply those thoughts to the things you're thinking about thoughtfully. Okay, at this point you may be wondering, Michelle, WTF are you even talking about? Well, back to this idea of work-life balance. Ultimately, you get to decide how you show up in the world. And you know what? I'm going to challenge you to start thinking differently about that. What that looks like. You can have work-life balance. You can take care of yourself. You can secure mental, physical, and emotional health, all whilst working towards your dreams without the sacrifice. If anything, you'll actually get there faster, and the journey will be a lot more rewarding. So let's start by ending this narrative together. Now repeat after me. I, sing your name, do not have to hustle my face off in order to succeed. I can find balance, harmony, and smashing results when I treat myself well. I am passionate, resilient, consistent, and most of all, I believe in myself fully. Now take a deep breath and let it all out. Feels pretty good, huh? If you've been out there on your own, wondering how to make it all happen while staying sane and relatively happy, stay tuned because I've got a lot of content mapped out for you that is going to just knock your little llama socks right off. Follow along by cuddling up that subscribe button and join me on the journey. Looking forward to bringing you more philosophical chats on business ownership, self-care practices, and how to give less cares about people-pleasing so you can finally start living your life. Oh, and yeah, blah-de-blah-de-blah, I'll also be talking a lot about strategy and online marketing systems through automation. So, along for the ride? Subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.